Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Josh Ellsworth with Stalls, and welcome to our launch party for a brand new product, UltraWeed. I am super excited to be with you here this afternoon. If you're on the East Coast of the US or if you're on the West Coast this morning for you still, I'm just so excited to be able to introduce this brand new product to you called CAD-CUT UltraWeed. This is a product that we've been working on for some time at Stalls. We wanted this product to check all of the boxes when it comes to making a difference in your business. So we're going to dive so deep on this material. I'm going to talk about how to work with it, some of the features, how those translate to benefits for you and your customers, and take your questions live on air. We're going to spend about an hour of time together, and we're going to go deep on the new CAD-CUT UltraWeed, which is already live over on stalls.com. I'll show you where to find it on the webpage. And I would just encourage you to be engaged, ask questions, be excited. I want to thank all of you for joining us today, and going to break down this product. And as a little bonus at the end, I'm going to talk about a product launch from Stalls Transfer Express that happened today as well that can make an impact on your business. So without further ado, I want to go into UltraWeed, but let's welcome you all. So Becky, good to see you from Minnesota. Mike, welcome from Canada. Good morning, Karen, I guess, right? From California. Ernesto, good to see you from California. Jim from Canada. Bill from California. Lots of folks, lots of thumbs up. Welcome to our team members that are watching along with us from home. This stuff is hot off the presses. It's live and in charge, and it's today. So, CAD-CUT UltraWeed, what is it? First, it's a heat transfer vinyl. Let's start with the basics. I think some of you know that, but just in case we have any first-time watchers, CAD-CUT UltraWeed is a heat transfer vinyl. We call it your new go-to heat transfer vinyl because of everything that you can accomplish with it for your everyday jobs. Now, when we talk about heat transfer vinyl is cut on a vinyl cutter. So I have a vinyl cutter over here. I've spent some time cutting about 6 or 8 colors this morning to prep for this. And so we didn't have to waste time watching the vinyl cutter cut, but you cut your design. This is a 2-ply material. We're going to cut through the film and not through the carrier, and then we weed. So if you're not familiar with heat transfer vinyl, it's great. You can do items as little as 1 piece, and it can be profitable. And speaking of profit, UltraWeed only costs about 1 cent to a penny and a half per square inch. So it's not only a quality material, as you'll see, but it's also a very affordable material. So let's start with the weeding process. I'm operating from my home studio, so I'm a little bit light on space for those of you that have been watching me, but I want to show you everything I can. So we're going to use the heat press base to weed, and that starts with our first benefit of UltraWeed. It is a hot peel product when you heat apply it. And I love that. So when you press it, that carrier practically falls off, as we'll see when we heat apply something. But when you're weeding, which is the most time-consuming part of the process, that hot peel also helps you in the production. So cutting is first. You get the frustration-free cutting. You don't get skipping. It's very easy to cut. I'm using even a dollar blade on my Graph-Tech cutter that this was cut on. And then we're going to weed. If you want, you can always invest in a heated weeding table or a weeding panel that heats up from Stalls to do the weeding on, or you can just weed it on your heat press like I'm going to do here today. I'm going to warm the base, and I'm going to grab the corner of the material, and then I'm going to start to remove the excess. Now, I know you're not close up here, so let me give you the best view I can. Try to get my hand out of the way. Peeling it away. See how easy that was? All comes out in 1 piece. And so when you are weeding this product, because of that true hot peel carrier right away, for those of you that are familiar with fashion film or maybe eco film from us, that fall away carrier like that, that's the same technology that we've built into this product, which is awesome. So very easy to weed. And then we are going to just pluck out our little center of the D and the A, and we are going to reveal our first awesome thing about UltraWeed. If you haven't figured that out yet, it is, in fact, manufactured in the USA. And as Stalls as a company, we are super excited about that this product is made in the USA. And so you can feel confident that when you buy UltraWeed, you're buying a US manufactured product. Not only is that a benefit to our economy and manufacturing jobs and those sorts of things, but it's also a benefit in what we can do with this product in the future. This product's starting with 30 colors. I'll show you the color list here in a moment, but we can add colors very quickly. And we have a plan to add a ton of colors over the first year of this product being launched. We're starting with 30. We are going to build over the next, I'd say 3 to 6 months, close over 50 colors, and then we are going to keep adding. So as we see new colors trending, we are going to be able to do it quick. We're going to be able to convert it down, get it to the size that it's sold in, which is 15-inch right now, and provide it to you ready to get to your business quick and easy. And I'll talk about the freight policies here in a second and what we're doing with it. So today I'm going to be working on this hoodie. I'm going to hopefully be teaching you a little bit about how to heat press different locations on a hoodie. I have a bunch of different colors I'm going to apply and make this hoodie basically a billboard. I am working on my Hotronix Auto Open Clam. It is threadable, which I love. So I can split it open, slide it on, isolate my print location, and get rid of the seams if I want to put this design, which I do on the left chest location. Now, I'm going to start by preheating. We always recommend preheating regardless of what you're doing. UltraWeed has the sticky backing, so it has the benefit of being able to stick to the garment. So when you position it into place, it's going to hold there. It's not going to move or slide. Now, if you want to play it safe, you can always use a cover sheet over this, but the reality is a cover sheet is not required because the carrier is in between. But since I'm teaching everybody today, I'll be safe and use my cover sheet for now. And then I'm going to heat apply it for the recommended time, which is 12 seconds. And I'll show you where to find all the application instructions on the website. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the benefits of the application, but it's 12 seconds. My heat press is going to automatically open. And then you can see that just hot peels and falls away. So no waiting, peel it right at the press. It is awesome. And it's on the garment. So it's that quick, that easy to be able to customize with UltraWeed. Now, I'm not going to give you all the features up front. I am going to look back at your questions, but I want to show you a little bit more about this product. And so the next color that I'm going to pick, that was just our standard red, is a cardinal color. So we have a few shades of red in the line. There's a bright red, there's a standard red, and there's a cardinal. And the feature that I want to talk about right now is the soft feel of UltraWeed. And while I'm talking about that, let's go ahead and load the garment and find another print location that we want to hit here. One of the benefits of UltraWeed is it applies at a medium pressure. And so anytime I'm applying something at a medium pressure, I get the benefit of using my pillow if I want to. So if I want to press in or around seams, I can just load my pillow on. The pocket of this hoodie is going to sink down into the pillow and giving me a nice print location. Now I do need to adjust the pressure. By the way, for those of you that want to sit down and heat press, I'm using just a bar stool height here that I brought into the room, and my heat press caddy, which is a stand, is on its lowest setting, and it's pretty convenient for me to press. Take that soft feel. I'm going to position it right here close to the seam on the pocket. Make sure I'm centered. And then I'm going to heat apply for the recommended settings. Getting a little squeaking from my pillow there. So when we talk about soft feel, we need to talk about why. And so the way we've built this product, it is a polyurethane-based product. So it's going to give you a soft feel. It's going to be soft. It's also going to be safe for kids. It is CPSIA compliant, which is the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act. And so it's safe to decorate children's apparel. But it feels great on the garment that I'm pressing here, which is 100% polyester. It also feels great on children's apparel. It's about 90 microns thick. So for instance, it's slightly thicker than a Premium Plus or Fashion Film, and I mean just slightly, but it feels great once it's applied. And so I love that about this product, the way we've built it with the adhesive technology, as well as the polyurethane skin layer that we say when we're making it. It has a tremendously soft feel. So thin lines, fine detail, we're going to talk about in a second, not a problem, but very soft and easy to use. Now, the next function I want to talk about, and we're going to press down the side for this next to this seam, preheat that side, is matte finish. And so matte finish is something that we've heard loud and clear when you guys are looking for a heat transfer vinyl. You love Fashion Film and you love Premium Plus, not only because how it works for your business, depending on which one you like, but you like it because of the matte finish. So I like to say it's like a screen print like finish when it's applied to the garment. That's the matte. There are a lot of brands of vinyl out there, heat transfer vinyl, that have a semi-gloss to a gloss finish. The reason at Stahls we've chosen to stand out by spending the time to develop our products and make our products with a matte finish, because we know that's going to deliver a better quality result to your customer, which is going to lead to more business and really repeat orders as well. So matte finish is great. I'm pressing a black to show you that matte finish because it is really nice. Now, I would say sometimes you can go too far on a matte finish, in my opinion, to where it looks dull when it's been applied to the garment. And so we've spent a lot of time with UltraWeed so you wouldn't have that dull appearance. So it could be matte, but it also could be bright where we wouldn't feel like we're muting out the colors. So this is the black color. You can see there's not a sheen to it. It's a really nice matte finish, but you still get a nice deep black. And so we love that about the product. Now, one thing that you may have noticed already, and I think this is one of the biggest benefits outside of how it looks, feels, and the quality, is what I call scorch free, right? This is a product that applies as low as 260 degrees, which is awesome. So if you are pressing a performance polyester, or maybe you're pressing a tri-blend, which has poly, rayon, and cotton in it, you can drop the heat press down to 260 degrees for just 12 seconds to heat apply it. And we've put this through the rigors of our lab testing, put it through the 50 wash and dry cycles like we do all of our products, and it stands up, whether that's 1 layer, 2 layer, etc. And we'll show you how to layer here in a little bit. You get great durability even at 260 degrees. Now, I do want to tell you, as I'm on this part, if that garment has 50% or more cotton, you need to go to 280 degrees. So that's on our application instructions, but I want to make that very clear up front, because sometimes with those natural fibers, when you are pressing them, you can't get the good adhesion at 260, but you can run it from 260 up to 300 degrees for 12 seconds, and it'll work across a wide variety of products. And so we're going to do scorch-free application. I'm actually going to stand up and swap out my attachment for this, because I want to put this down the sleeve and show you how that works. So 11 by 15 platen comes off of the press. Quick change. I need that full print area for the 16 by 20. Now, we do have our fusion heat press where you can just split the sleeve and load it on. This auto clam has a wider base, so it's a little tougher to split sleeves. So what I use is a heat printing pillow and slide it into the sleeve. And so we're going to do that here. Show you a little technique for doing that. So what I like to do is unzip to be able to get to the neck and the sleeve. And just like it's easy to put your arm down a sleeve like this to put your shirt on, don't just try to stuff your pillow like this. Go ahead and support your pillow at the front end, clean up your arm, and you're just going to slide it down and trail it. That way you can pilot it down through. So that's a really quick, really easy way to go ahead and get that print area ready to go. I'm going to just rest it, and I'm going to support this side since I don't have a table nearby. Just preheating. And I'm going to take that design that I've already weeded, scorch free. This is our metallic gold, and I love that too. So you can get metallic colors. You'll see metallic gold and metallic black in the range. I believe there's also metallic silver there, if memory serves me right. And best thing is you don't get an upcharge for them. They're at the same low price as all of the basic colors, and I love that. So you can even position those if you want as premium colors, or just include them. Metallics are becoming the new normal now for products. So boom, just press, peel, falls away. I'm going to get that pillow out the same way I put it in. And I have a nice metallic finish. You can see the sheen popping off of that metallic gold. These are beautiful, bright colors. So you're going to love the color range that we're starting with and the range that we're expanding with. But the point here is scorch-free application, 260 degrees to 300 degrees, 12 seconds. can still hot peel at the 260, and you can still layer at the 260 degrees. So while I have my 16 by 20 platen on, show you a little bit more weeding, and I want to do a layered application. So I have something a little larger to weed. This has been cut, and it says 2020, no debate on it. Naturally, that's our campaign. It is an election year, and our point is there's no debate about what heat transfer vinyl you should be using for your business. We think the answer is UltraWeed, and we're pretty confident that you're going to love it when you try it. So let's weed this away. I'm going to glance in for questions here in a second. Now, I know some of you, it's tough to really explain weeding, like how easy something is to weed. We feel really good about this material, that it's to call it UltraWeed, because we think it's the best out there in the industry, the ultra weeding experience, because you can weed it on the weeding table. You can do fine detail because of the tacky backing. You can do larger details and have easy pull and release without breaking. So, you know, I wouldn't even hesitate to use this product for large name and number combinations that are going on to like poly t-shirt type jerseys, because it presses at 260 degrees. You're not going to find a whole lot of materials out there that'll press at that and not scorch those polyesters. So I'm going to split that shirt now that I have it and get to the back print area. Threading it, making sure the hoodie hangs down below. Going to go ahead and adjust my pressure since I'm working on my 16 by 20. Get it back to my medium pressure. There's on a 6 now, which should be great. That's my preheat. And let me show you the layering. I don't want you to miss this because I love the layering aspect of this product. I'm going to take this background layer. It says 2020, no debate. And then I cut something in advance that just is going to layer on in navy on top of it. So whether you're layering fine details, direct layering, or kind of just fitting multicolors together, use this strategy when you layer. It's going to save you a ton of time in your business. So we're going to position this. We're going to, I always like to flip the hood to make sure it's still going to show where I position it, because I don't want the hood to cover it when it's being worn. Position it right down. And all of your background layers only need to press for 2 to 3 seconds, which is crazy. And you still get that hot peel release. So I know there's some products that you still want to press for only a few seconds, but then it's kind of tough to release depending on the product. This peels like butter even after 2 or 3 seconds. So press it for the few seconds. You're just going to pop your press, or it can auto open. And look how easy that is. It slides right off and doesn't warp your design. Because sometimes when you're peeling a carrier, it may stretch your shirt if you're pressing onto a poly, and then it's going to warp and it's going to make it tough to line up the next layer. So not only does this have that 2-second fast tack, as I like to call it, but it has what I call a crystal clear carrier. So you can see right through this carrier. It's not frosted at all, which makes it very easy to be able to position your next color. It is polyurethane based, so it's fully layerable. Because I have some material exposed to the heater, I'll use a cover sheet. And I'm just going to press now the second layer for the full 12 seconds. So if I were doing 3 colors or 4 colors, it goes 2 seconds, peel, 2 seconds, peel, 2 seconds, peel, last layer, 12 seconds to finish it all off. I would caution you on using 4 colors layered on top of each other on a big design, but I know some of you do some really creative stuff with layering. Even your foregrounds peel hot, very easy. So you can see the completed result, get the nice matte finish on the navy, but still a nice deep navy color. This is called our light navy, actually. We will have a navy coming down the road that's darker, that's a closer match to our thermofilm navy. For those of you that use that, this navy is a match to our fashion film navy. And so we've taken all of our color range from all the different products, and we looked at what sold the most, which ones were popular, which ones were trending, and then we assembled this color lineup and put it on this low temp adhesive with this great finish. And so loving this product. So let's see, what else do I need to talk about? Fine detail. That's another good point. So I have a design here that we've cut that has fine detail. It's tough to see, right? So you can see even the little dots of the eye. This is sticky. The best way is to hear it. You know, you can kind of hear how sticky that is. And so if you accidentally do peel something up when you're doing super fine detail, you can position it back into place. I would say this is not as sticky as fashion film. Fashion film is a great product, but sometimes it's so sticky that when you're peeling it, it wants to break and adds a lot of time. I would say that this is sticky to do good fine detail. It's not going to do as fine of detail as fashion film, but I love it. Now, if you are doing fine detail, heating it on the weeding table is not recommended. If you're doing super fine detail, you're better just weeding it off of the table, because when you warm the backing, it releases the bond between the two, and your fine detail may pull up if you have any little skipping at all in the cut. So you got to be careful about that weeding detail. Now, one thing I like about heat printing is that you can hit a lot of different print locations on different items. So even if I just wanted to pop this hood up here and be able to hit the side of the hood for a print location, I can do that. I'll use the pillow. I'm going to use a different platen because it's going to want to slide off of there because that polyester is so smooth. And I'm going to load my 6x10 inch attachment. Will be good for that placement. Adjust my pressure for my different platen. Keep in mind, anytime you change to a smaller platen, you're going to need less pressure because the press is delivering a lot of pressure. And this 6x10, I always tell people, you're buying a heat press, the 3 platens you have to have are the 16x20 that comes on it. You need the 11x15 inch, which we've been using a lot. We use for youth shirts and the front of hoodies. And then a 6x10 is great for left chest logos, small, little, tough placements like this. So we're going to press the fine detail, position it into place, and lock it down for the 12 seconds. All right. The last point I want to cover while I'm up here at the press before I go over to the product page and look at some of your questions is great price. So this is a product. Stahls is a manufacturer of heat transfer vinyl, the world's largest manufacturer, believe it or not. Sorry, the color combo isn't the best there, but you can see the fine detail. And so we are able to deliver great pricing on this. And so right now, you can purchase the product from stahls.com, see all the pricing. I'll reference that here in a second. And then if you are a very small business that wants to shop local, we actually have a network of CAD-CUT resellers that sell our products in communities around the country. So either way, you can secure this product at an industry-leading price. If you're a big business, you can buy direct from Stahls. If you're a small maker or crafter, you can go out to those resellers. You can pick it up right inside the store or curbside pickup right now when they open up. So that's something really cool about our product range. It's available in a lot of different places, and it's available at a great price. So I'm running out of real estate on my hoodie here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do great price. I'll just do it somewhere I can get to easily. We'll do it up on this top part of the sleeve, and then I'll show you the actual pricing over on the website. So while that's finishing up, we're just going to hot peel it. Let me pull up the website. And I will get all your questions. And you get the final application. So we built a billboard of a shirt here. I think I'll take a second and pop it on. This is my new shirt. I'll wear it to the trade shows once they open back up. Until then, I'll wear it to my live events, and we can see it fully customized. Let me give you a good look at all the placements. So if you do want to do, you wouldn't necessarily make a shirt like this, but use this to inspire you of all the placements you can hit with heat printing. So we have soft feel. We have a nice oversized left chest with made in the USA. We have a cool placement with great price coming around the front side of the sleeve. Actually, I forgot to show you that one. It looks glossy. That's because that's our metallic black finish. So you get a great sort of sheen off of that metallic black color. We have the scorch-free application showing over here in the metallic. I have fine detail somewhere up here on the hood. And then I have there is no debate on the back of the shirt. So all sorts of print locations you can do when you are decorating with heat printing. So let your creativity run wild. So let's look at the product page. We have our quick look right here. This is a lot of stuff I went over. So if you just go to stahls.com and click on the CAD-CUT Direct section, you will see a complete list of our heat transfer vinyl. It's alphabetical, so you'll find UltraWeed down here. I'm sure it'll move into the most popular list very soon. But that's what I did to get to this page. And then you'll be able to do everything you want here. So number one is you can buy samples. Right now we have a $5 sample that gets you a sheet of vinyl that you can add to your cart when you place your next order if you want to try it before you buy a roll. Also, an important point is we can cut it for you. If you don't have a vinyl cutter, we offer this product in what we call our services. Basically means you can upload your artwork to our artwork uploader. We cut it for you, and it's available all the other ways we cut products. So you get them ready to apply. You don't have to weed at all and still get the benefit of the low temp application. All right, and then you get down into the actual product, and that's where you can go through order now, product details, which go through a lot more detail of what I just said, and also the user guide, which is where you can download your application instructions. So these are the 30 colors. Pick all the colors that you want to add to your cart, and then let's just scroll down and explore the pricing. So you can see 5-yard roll of this product is $33.50. That is a great price for a 15-inch wide product that does everything that we just showed you. So we think it's we think it really sets a new frontier on the cost and the value that you get for the product, which is awesome. And then up in 50-yard roll, you can get it as low as $1.46 per square foot, or the $274.50 per roll. And that basically means it's just slightly over a penny a square inch. So the design, like I did on my left chest, that may be like 5 by 3 inches, that's going to cost me about 15 cents in material plus my labor, waste, anything like that. But you get the idea. So it's really easy to order from Stalls. You just put in how many what you want of each roll. And so you can simultaneously add all these things to your cart at once, which I love. So pick all your colors, pick the way you want to order it, and then you'll be able to get a summary and add that to your cart. Now, you may have noticed this, or you may not have. We are running a promotion that is free ground shipping. So if you order UltraWeed, you get free shipping on it up until the end of June is our introductory promotion period. We want to allow you to try it and be able to get that into your shop. So that's where you order. It's just over at stalls.com. You can read all the details, see some photos on the product, read about everything that I forgot to cover, and then also get the user guide for 1-color, 2-color application, material compatibility, and even our material combinations if you want to mix UltraWeed with Fashion Film or Premium Plus or something else that you already have on the shelf. One more thing I want to show you over here before I do take your questions. I know you guys are staying real patient with me, and that is just a close-up of the colors that we have at launch here. And we can make this available for you, but you can see we have all the basics. We have your big white, black, red, navy, blues, and then there's a lot of fashion colors too. And there is, there is 3 metallics as well. The metallic black, gold, and there is a silver. So we will be building this out. Keep your color suggestions coming when you guys give us feedback. We love to be able to add new colors and give you things that will help you grow sales in your business. So now it's time for your questions. I've talked for about a half hour. Let's look at some questions here. I'm going to go all the way back up to the top. And I'm seeing some USA chants, which is awesome. We're excited about that as well. All right. Why 15-inch is a question. So 15-inch, believe it or not, is our top selling width at Stalls. When we look at our t-shirt products like Fashion Film, which is primarily used for tees, people love the 15-inch width. And so when we say 15, it actually is like 14.875, just if you have your ruler out and you want to know exactly. And so the manufacturing width starts at 59 inches. And so we can make a decision to do it in 20-inch, 15-inch, 12-inch, or any increment of 59-inch. There are a lot of colors, and we want to add a lot of colors. So every color means stock on the shelf. So we want to get you the market feedback on what you guys think of this, build out the colors, and then, of course, you'll probably see additional widths in the future. But when I surveyed you all on Facebook a little bit ago, a lot of you said your common design size was like about 11 by 6 or 12 by 5 or sometimes even 14 by 8 for a full front. So that 15-inch width plays really nice to getting one design across the roll or rotating it and fitting 2 across the roll without creating a ton of waste. So yes, we're excited to have it. Rocky Pines is so excited to see this. We're excited you joined and excited to have it. I think we covered this. It is a matte finish. Gary, we talked about 12 or 20 inch, so stay tuned maybe in the future. And does that say 278 on the press? Yeah, I ran everything here at 280 because the product I'm going to show you here in a second requires 280. But you could easily have run this at 260 on this poly garment that I'm using. Will's excited about the 12-second hot peel. We talked about the temp, so we're good there. Softer than Premium Plus. I wouldn't say softer than Premium Plus, but a lot of people love Premium Plus. It's a love-hate relationship. I'll just say it that way with Premium Plus. And so for those that have trouble cutting Premium Plus and maybe weeding it or layering it or some of the things that we get some feedback on Premium Plus, can't make this quite as soft because it uses a different adhesive technology. So it's not quite as soft and pliable, but I'm telling you, it feels good on here. And this is something that I don't think people are going to complain about, but not quite as soft as Premium Plus. All right. Can we ship to France? So we do have a network of Stalls International. And so we can make sure we respond and connect you with how to be able to access our products in France. And this product will probably make its way everywhere soon based on the feedback. Okay, and Linda says, thermofilm is my go-to. I do a lot of names and numbers. How is this product different than thermofilm? So thermofilm is our go-to as well. It's still our #1 selling product because it is the product for names and numbers that you can use across anything. For sports, it's tough. It works on, mesh and all sorts of things. So I wouldn't use this product for full contact sports like football or lacrosse or rugby. But if you're decorating like a basketball jersey, something lightweight, baseball even potentially, then this product could be a good fit. It'll be a little softer than thermofilm. It'll have a matte finish, and it'll probably give you a better price point just on the roll versus a roll. The advantage of thermofilm is when you buy the pre-cuts, and that's still the lowest cost you can get for names and numbers. All right, microns, I think we shared. Look like a new cover sheet, Jim. Yeah. Funny enough, I have a whole stack of new cover sheets here now since I made my mistake in the last class I did. All right, CPSI compliant, yes it is. And is 90 microns thick. Settings for cutting it on a laser. We don't have settings yet, but I can confidently say it can be cut on a laser because it's polyurethane based. I would start with the settings that are for fashion film. It's just slightly thicker than that, so those fashion film settings should work fine. If you have a universal laser, fashion film should be in their material profiles database. Yeah, Candy loves the matte finish. We do. No other way, in my opinion, unless you want metallic. Gary asked me if I have a piece of white, not weeded, so I don't have white here. However, I can show you this. Some colors come with a white backing, so some of your light pastels, they will come with a white backing. And so at the end, I'll make sure I cut something out of this for you, Gary, and show you. I assume you're asking because you want to see the visibility of the cut lines. I'll tell you that it's about as good as any other material. I wouldn't say that's a primary selling point is cut line visibility, but it's no more difficult than Premium Plus or Fashion Film or any of the other products. All right, let's see. Somebody just ordered theirs. Woot, woot, finally. Good, I'm glad you guys are excited too. I was super excited about this. We've been waiting forever to tell you. Good question. How is stretch? Not as stretchy as Premium Plus because Premium Plus uses, again, that different adhesive that makes it super soft, super stretchable, but more stretch than Fashion Film. So hopefully that gives you some context. We will be doing a ton of projects in this. I have like a yard at least of every color around the back of the room here. And so as you continue to tune into our lives, I'm sure Jenna will get her house loaded up with this and we'll do some stretch fabrics and show that for you. So if I were rating it on a scale of 1 to 5 and Premium Plus was a 5, I'd probably give this a 3.5. All right. Just to answer my question on performance wear, yes, applies as low as 260 degrees. Scorch free, sold. All right. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down through all the comments and questions. Put it on a black garment. That'll be the true test. So yeah, the opacity of this product is good, so you won't get any strike through. I think you're probably talking about the scorching. The reality is some fabrics will still scorch at 260 degrees. And for that, we'll be working on the heated lower platen settings for this to solve that. But if your fabric scorches at 260 degrees, that's going to be a problem. But this is much better than the products of old that are up at 280, which was low before, or 325 or 300 degrees. Pressure on the product is a medium. Yeah, may just replace, for the Canada folks, my Fashion Light and Premium Plus. Yeah, so we were joking. We said if Fashion Film or Fashion Light and Premium Plus had a baby, it would be UltraWeed. So we think it has some of the best features of both worlds. You're going to make a little bit of trade-off on the detail on Fashion Film, a little bit of trade-off on the stretch and soft feel on Premium Plus. But gosh, this is a nice product in its own right. I'm just going to remind everybody on this while I'm looking through the comments is that if it's 50% or more cotton, you do need to be at 280 degrees, but usually you're not worried about scorching on those garments. Yeah, colors. I get getting some comments liking these colors. Yahoo, no debate. Yep. I'm happy to debate it, but I don't think one's needed. All right. A sample of the blue that is light navy. That was the one I just pressed on the back of the shirt. It's tough to see it through the carrier, but this is the color. So some people may just call that navy, but that's the color. The one color that we were kind of short on the launch because of this lovely COVID-19 thing was royal blue, but we will be adding that to our list next. So royal blue, athletic gold, and the darker navy are going to be in the next round of colors. All right, keep the questions coming in, guys. I'm going to keep rocking and rolling through them. Yeah, game changer for performance wear. I agree. Metallic is great for men's apparel as well as women's. I think it works great on both. Like butter, baby. Yeah, that's the peel right there. Can I weed small text? How small? This is so tough to put a number on because it depends on your blade depth, your blade sharpness, the type of blade, the type of cutter. Usually when people run into issues cutting small detail on a heat transfer vinyl, it's because one, they're either using a dull blade, or two, they don't have a quality cutter. So if you're using a stepper motor cutter without like a cutting mat that keeps the material flat, sometimes you'll see the material puckering when it's cut a little bit. That messes you up on detail. I would say, quarter inch, eighth inch text on this wouldn't be a problem. And again, it depends on your font. But we'll try to do some detailed cutting and weeding, at least on the Graph Tech. And Jenna has the Cricut Maker in her home studio and show you what we can achieve and kind of where it fails in a future video. Yeah, what can you apply to? So cotton, poly, any blend, tri-blends, even will go to Lycra spandex. Won't be an issue there. And the red I'm using with the navy I have on my shirt is just the normal red. There is a bright red. Sublimation, it won't block dye migration. So sometimes the 260 will help with inhibiting like a standard polyester from bleeding through, but you don't want to use this on a sublimated garment. It's going to bleed right through. We're still developing our sublimation blocking technology. For now, our silicone dye block is the best product for that. Does it feel heavy when you layer it with two colors? Well, I'm sweating because my back's to the heat press, but no, it doesn't feel heavy on the garment. It would be with two layers. It's actually about the thickness of thermofilm if you've ever used that. And I'd say a little bit more pliable. All right. And Crystal asked, love it. Are there plans for 20 inch? TBD. Right now, I think 15 inches our ticket until we build the color range out. And 50 washes is accurate. To tease that, please. Nice name. Washability is lab certified. Kathy asked, can this be used on the mask? Absolutely, it can be used on the mask. No problem. Any cotton poly, so that'll work. All right, we linked to UltraWeed, and I think there was a question on dark green. Right now, we don't have a dark green, but you can trust that all your core colors are on the list, including dark green. And with everything going on, we are still shipping same day. Now, we're going to get a flood of orders this afternoon, so be reasonable with us. But we have our factory open and following all protocols. We've been able to get a waiver to have our facility open in Michigan to be able to ship product. We're following all the protocols, so we can't do as much as we normally do. But typically, we have same-day shipping. I think if you order by 3 or 4 Eastern, due to COVID-19, all of our stock will start in Michigan before we branch out to Texas and Arizona once we hopefully all come out of this thing soon. How do I become a reseller? So if you want to apply to become a reseller, let me show you where to find that. You just go over to the website under our CAD-CUT section, and there's a become a reseller link right in the top, and you can read about what it takes. There is a qualification process. You'll fill out a survey with some info, but you can access that information there. All right, you can use it on the polyester. And this is a Pennant sportswear hoodie. It is style 181. So it looks like the color red, style 181 from Pennant Sportswear. It's a new product from them. Can you sublimate the white? I don't think so. Haven't tried it, but I would doubt it based on my experience with our other products. And this is a great question. I think I talked a little bit about it, but a use case comparison between Fashion Film, Premium Plus, and UltraWeed. In my opinion, if I'm running a business, I want to stock one product. And so really what I would do is I would compare those. For a time, you're probably going to have to use Fashion Film or Premium Plus if we don't have the color available in UltraWeed. But long term, I think a lot of our customers will find that they can simplify their life by centralizing stock in UltraWeed. That doesn't mean Premium Plus will go away or Fashion Film will go away. We're just launching this product. We want to get your feedback from it and see how you respond. Make sure you love it like we do, and then we'll go forward. All right, looks like some of our resellers have joined us and are selling a product, so we appreciate that. Some people already hopped off and placed an order and came back. Rose gold is on the list for a metallic, so stay tuned on that. We have like mint and all kinds of colors. And is heat press good for small business? We have 225 people watching. Most of them are probably in small business doing our product and doing phenomenally. So I think you can really benefit from having a heat press with everything you can make with it. And then last question before I want to make sure we hit the other side of our demo here before I'll come back to questions is you said lower pressure on the smaller platen. What was it set at? So think about this. If your heat press material calls for a 7 pressure, which is like a on the upper side of medium to borderline heavy, and you're on a 16 by 20 bottom surface. If you cut that surface in half, which is roughly an 11 by 15 inch platen, you need to cut your pressure roughly in half. Now, when I go down to a 6 by 10, I need to cut it even further. So you want to be careful about how far you go, but if this normally applied at a 6 on a 16 by 20, I would probably use a 4 on an 11 by 15 and more like a 2 or a 3 on a 6 by 10. Knowing that I'm really going to run on the lighter side if I'm doing something that's going to scorch, because that's typically where you get a pressure issue is when it scorches your fabric. And let's see. Good. All right, we're going to come back to UltraWeed, but for those that may have joined late, this is our new made in the USA product. We say it's your new go-to material. It's all that you need. There is no debate. We showed you how it heat applies at a low temp, how we make it in the USA, how you can layer it very easily, very quickly. It's a soft feel. It's a matte finish. You can do fine detail. It checks a lot of the boxes that you look for in an optimal heat transfer film. And so just to pivot a little bit and show you something else on the press while we have a captive audience, you're gonna like this too. It's gonna be relevant to you because you have a heat press and you're probably using heat transfer vinyl. A while back, we launched a product that was called Stretch Litho Matte. And now this is from our Transfer Express division. And Stretch Litho Matte is a digital screen printed transfer. So no cutting, no weeding. We are screen printing this for you and also digitally printing it. So you get the benefit of multiple colors all on a single layer with just being able to heat apply it. Now, when we launch Stretch Litho Matte, we do these big 11.5 by 18 inch sheets, which is awesome because you can group multiple customers' orders all up on the sheet and order the sheet. So I can have a USA flag. I can have a customer's logo that's this bakery shop in 3 different colors. I can have a different logo that includes 2 colors, one that's photo quality and a picture. I can put all those on the same sheet without getting a cost increase and order them as long as they fit. Actually, yesterday, I just ordered a sheet that had 3 separate jobs on it. That is the most cost-effective way if you have volume to order Stretch Litho Matte and apply it to your garments. But something that we've been getting a request for is, gosh, I can't really get all those jobs coming through at once? Could you just offer a smaller sheet, or could I just order 20 of my image? And so I'm excited to say that we have our new product, which is Stretch Lithomat by the single image. And so you can literally just order this image pre-cut for you, ready to position and press. And now, if you like low temp application, Stretch Lithomat presses down at 270 to 300 degrees. I heat press this one, and it feels nice too. So soft feel, matte finish, yes. With UltraWeed and Stretch Lithomat, you have a ridiculous 1-2 punch. Use your UltraWeed for your low color count, low quantity jobs, or where you need personalization, and use Stretch Lithomat when the color count goes up, because who wants to weed and layer this when the detail level goes up, or when the quantity of job becomes such where it doesn't make sense to cut and weed everything? You should really be ordering a digital screen printed transfer. So I'm going to press one of those for you, and then I'm going to go into the pricing and how it all works. We've launched, I want to say 5, if memory serves me right, 5 various image sizes that you can order is the best way to say it. I'm going to load my 11 by 15 flat and get my heat press ready for this. Stretch Lithomat does require a medium to a firm pressure, so you won't want to use this product with a pillow. So that's one limitation. Just so you know it up front, I'm going to go to this 100% polyester Sport Tech garment, and we'll just thread it on, show you how easy it is to use. Get my print area onto the press. Going to preheat the garment, and this shows photo quality. So I wanted to pick this design because you can see there's a lot of colors. There's not fine detail on this one, but there is fine detail on the other one I showed you. But this shows you photo quality, color gradients, how you can do multicolors and create a transfer. Just position this onto your garment. Cover it with a cover sheet. The correct cover sheet to use with it actually comes in the box. And then I'm going to press it down for the 280 degrees for the 12 to 15 seconds. Now that press will automatically open, and it is a cold peel, so we'll have a few minutes to look over at the information on this while the press is counting down. I'm going to move over to the Transfer Express website. Move this shirt off of my press and let it cool over to the side, so it's pressed and ready to cool. And on the Transfer Express website, if you go under transfers and then under heat transfers, heat applied transfers, you'll get full color transfers. That's the category that this falls under. And so that's what gives us the Stretch Lithomat option. Now we can click on that. You can read all about it if you haven't already. Most of you probably know about it if you've been watching my live events. But you can download the pricing sheet. And on the pricing sheet, you'll see it's been updated today. And we have the full sheet. This is the 11.5 by 18 inch sheet. So feel free to group your designs, gang your designs, and order by the full sheet in quantities as little as 5, but really cost effective when you get to about 10. But you can also order by the image. And so check out this image pricing. So the design that I just pressed, that was a medium sized image that fit the full front of that shirt for that design size. The other bakery design that I showed you was a small image. Now you can't take the small image and gang designs onto the small sheet to fit 6 designs there. That's what the full sheet's for. But if you just want to order for that job and get exactly what you need, you can reference this single image pricing. And so something like that Compton High marching band, let's say there's 50 members of the marching band, that full color design would cost me $2.35 for the print. Then all I have is my cost to heat apply it, which doesn't take long, and then the cost of the garment. Of course, your overhead as well. But the point is, again, it's very cost effective. You can do looks that you can't do out of heat transfer vinyl, and now you can do them just by the image, including super fine detail that you wouldn't even want to weed. And so this is called Stretch Lithomat. Check out the single image pricing when you're over into the EasyView Designer, which for those of you that aren't familiar with Transfer Express, one of the best things about Transfer Express is this designer that has thousands of clip art and layouts and basically is your art department for you. And within this designer, you can go up to the full color print method up in the top right here. Let me get you a little closer look at this. Go up to the full color print method, select stretch litho mat from the drop down list in the top right, and then just pick your sheet size. And you'll see you can get the full sheet here, you can get extra small, you can get medium, and all your pricing will update. So if I wanted to get this design at this size, I'd be able to fit it on this sheet. Yeah, you can always add text and really create a design here. We're just saying you can't gang multiple designs up together. And then you type in your image quantity. Let's say I was doing 50 of these, and it will kick out a price of $85 for the 50 print. So about $1.70 each. Full color, but I don't want you to be limited to just full color. My job that I ordered yesterday had one full color design on it, but I was going to be paying for the whole sheet in that case. And so I took the opportunity to group up a single color design and then another single color design. It's the most cost-effective way for me to get what I needed to do as a small business. And so we're trying to make it easy for you. So I'm hoping you guys are loving this innovation. We're super excited about what we have here. And so if you are the graphic designer, that's what we got a comment. I'm the graphic designer. My job is the same with different products. Yeah. If you're the graphic designer, then you can upload your artwork into the EasyView Designer. So one of the cool things is whether it's raster or vector art, you don't get an art fee when you're ordering stretch litho mat and our other screen printed transfers. We do the artwork for you, get it ready to manufacture, and you pay the same price. And so that's really cool. So this should be done cooling down. So I'm going to just peel it away. Let's see if I can somehow show you how it peels. Maybe up here. So you just grab the backing, release the backing away. It's a cold peel. And then we have the completed result that's been applied. And so if I wanted to add some customization to this, I could drop some text and UltraWeed underneath, or drop the name of the kid on the back and underneath. This is really nice technology. It's new. Heat printing is constantly changing. We have so many things. You wouldn't even believe how many things that we're going to come out with over the next 6 months that are going to change the game for your business. So I would encourage you to stay connected to what we're doing here at Stahls and here at Transfer Express. Like our Facebook page, get on our Heat Press for Profit group, keep following our YouTube channel. There's so much. So for those of you that only plan for an hour today, I want to give you the opportunity to cut out and say this is the end of the formal presentation launching our new UltraWeed product. Order it, try it, let us know what you think. We love feedback. Also try Stretch Litho Mat from over at Transfer Express. For those of you that want to stick with me, I'm going to go back through some questions, and we have a little bit of time, so potentially I'll even cut something, like I mentioned, out of the white material and weed it and show you the process from start to finish. So with that, let me take a peek at the questions. So yeah, Laura says, wow, love this, will be a game changer for my full color options. I really think it will. How does stretch litho mat compare to printed vinyl? So I assume, Ken, that's print cut vinyl, something you would make on a VersaCam. I would say the print cut vinyl is going to make sense when you need to do a single design and your quantities are, if it's a basic design and your quantities are under like 35 to 40, print cut vinyl is going to be a better solution. But if it goes into detail, we know that's a pain with print cut vinyl to be able to produce. There's a lot of limitations there. So a digital screen printed transfer, stretch litho mat is going to be a better solution. And certainly when you get up into a quantity of pieces, stretch litho mat. But as far as finish and feel, I actually think this feels softer than a lot of the products that are out there. It's pliable. It almost has like a siliconized face to it that makes it soft to the touch. Yeah, and UltraWeed is available in custom services. I mentioned that a little bit earlier, but just in case you missed it, you can order this cut from us. All you need to do is heat apply when we're talking about the UltraWeed. All right, and then somebody wanted to go back to the price sheet and show the difference between the top and bottom pricing. No problem. So back on the price sheet, the top pricing that you see here, that is when you're buying the full sheet. And so if you were ganging up all of your multiple images across the 11.5 by 18-inch sheet, you can use the top pricing if you have enough orders and pieces of art. If you just have a single job that you're looking to get done and maybe it's for a left chest logo, then that's when you come down here. And basically you're going to share the sheet with your friends is how it works, right? So you're going to order exactly what you need. Your friends are going to order exactly what they need, other decorators, and ultimately we're going to make sure it gets to the right place when we produce it for you. So there we go. Yeah, and Freddie says I had an order that was 6 colors and the quantity was 50, so stretch litho was clutch. Yeah, 6 colors, quantity 50. Let's say it's a medium image like we just did. It would be $2.35. How can you do that any cheaper with 6 colors or any simpler? All right, let me keep looking here for any more questions. Other than that, I'm going to do one more project. Patrice, we always enjoy you joining us and being a part of our community. We try to stay on point, and as you all know that follow us, we're all about your success. So that's what drives us, keeps us innovating and going, and makes us a fun company to work at and a good company to do business with. All right, yeah. So Cheryl did a great job for a dental school with stretch litho. Yeah, it's awesome. It's corporate. It's sports. It's even fashion. There's a lot of industries you can reach with these products. All right, I think I'm pretty caught up on questions, at least those that are popping out to me. And I know our team is helping to respond. And Toya, just to cover, yeah, for stretch litho mat, you do need to have a Transfer Express account. All right, and Eddie, we always appreciate your feedback as well. Stretch litho is awesome to gang several of my different customers' logo on one sheet. Use the full sheet. If you have the volume going through, I've been really encouraging decorators. Like, you can sell a million different things, but why not just sell a couple things? Drive your volume into this product. It's going to drive your cost down. When you're ordering it, you're going to be able to order from one place, get in a flow. This is what we offer, and then go intentionally and sell that out to different market verticals. That's how you really make money. Otherwise, you're constantly responding to random requests for different finishes, different products. Sometimes they don't pan out. You spend a lot of money and time researching. It gets complex. So these products are designed to simplify your life. If you want to get started with stretch litho mat, go over to transferexpress.com or call. You can call Transfer Express, but I'll show you how to get, you can get a sample, or you can just buy it. You can set up an account right on the website on Transfer Express, or you can click request a sample and fill out your information and the specific sample that you want. We do a lot of samples over at Transfer Express. Add it to your cart and we will send it out to you. And then one of our reps will probably follow up with you just to make sure you're happy with the sample and see if you want to move forward with it. All right, so project. Hopefully Gary's still here. I think he wanted to see that, the project. So let me just pull up a quick design on CADWorks. This is bonus coverage for those of you that are still with me. CADWorks Live is an online design software that's free by Stalls. We've been adding a ton of templates into it and updating the artwork. So if you click on 2020 new, you'll see a bunch of cool templates that have just been added in the last week. So give it a look if you haven't. And this is one of those templates that was added. I had originally intended to do this as a 3-color design. I think for time purposes, I'm going to cut it down to a 2-color design. So I'm actually going to make that show through. And we'll cut it out of the yellow material, which has the white backing that Gary wanted to see, and also the aqua blue material that we have loaded. So you design everything in the cloud, cadworkslive.com, and then you're going to go File, send it to VectorCut, and it'll download that artwork. Cher just asks, while I'm waiting on this to download, is there a color swatch available for UltraWeed? Based on the circumstances right now, we do not have the color swatch. We have that color PDF. We're building out colors so rapidly and plan to add so many. We didn't want to build the swatch and then have to update it 6 times. So we will be eventually having a color swatch, but not directly at launch. All right, so this is over in VectorCut. I'm going to mirror my design, of course. And I forgot to check my size. Let's see, what am I going to put this on? Make it a little bit smaller. I have a youth shirt that I think this will look good on. All right, so it's created. As you can see, CADWorks separates by color. So I'm going to send the blue as one color. And then I'm going to also send the yellow and the white together because I want the white, which is the dotted line there, to cut through my yellow. Let's go ahead and start with the blue. Pull that down to the bottom corner. And let's give you a peek over at my cutter. So I have my Graphtec loaded with vinyl. I'm just going to retract it back. I have the UltraWeed loaded and just set the origin. I was already cutting all my samples earlier, so I know the blade depth is correct, so I'm really not worried about that. So I'm just going to go back over to my screen and go ahead and send the cut job. This cuts with the standard 45-degree blade or whatever the standard blade is on your vinyl cutter. Very easy to cut. Just going to advance it out. If you are looking for a professional grade cutter, I love both GraphTech and the Roland brand. So if you've been using a Cameo or a Cricut and you're looking to take the next jump, I would recommend taking a look at what we have with the GraphTech and the Roland. So there's the cuts on the blue. You can kind of see the cut lines there. We'll weed it here in a second. Trim off that piece. And now let's go ahead and load our Maize, I believe is our official color name for this color. And Maize has the white adhesive. Just getting a look at my pinch rollers to load it. Locking it down, telling the machine go find the front edge. And then I'm going to try to look over here and grab both my yellow and my white color that I want to cut together. Hit that auto origin to bring it down into the corner. And then send my cut job. While that's cutting, I'll grab this piece and weed it for you. So let me locate my weeding tool. So you can see the weeding experience without the table. It's able to do some pretty good detail. See if you can see that. There was just a little small piece left over on the top. You can see it right here that goes into the M. So it cut that and held that detail. For those that are joining, this is the new UltraWeed heat transfer vinyl, or new CAD-CUT material from Stahls. Low temp application, soft feel, nice bright colors, matte finish, very easy to cut. And we say it's the ultra weeding experience. Allows the best of both worlds of fine detail as well as easy weeding. And so the yellow has been cut. You want to see the cut line? Sorry about that. It's very difficult to show on here because white is always the worst color to see the cut lines, but hopefully you're seeing some of that in there. Let me come back to full screen. So you can kind of see, and it depends on the angle of the light that you have on it. But I can say visually sitting right here, I can see those cut lines without an issue. I know it's more difficult for some people depending on your eyesight. Weeding it away. Oh, made a mistake. No problem. You can see how I put the football. When I did hit auto origin on my cutter, these were two separate pieces, so it put them out of whack and cut incorrectly. That's not a big deal. I'm just going to recut it real quick. Just stay patient with me, and we'll show you where I messed up. So you can see that's where it shows on the screen, the football over top of the yellow. That's because I hit auto origin and I didn't have those grouped. I want to bring it more towards the center. I'm going to do that. And that's going to give me the result I was after. So now let me send that to the cutter. Take a look for some questions. Yeah, so Transfer Express answered. Somebody must have had a question on how many you can fit up. You can fit 8 4x4 images on an 11 by 18 inch sheet. So yeah, you're going to have to do the math. Like there's going to be a certain, for the stretch litho that we were talking about earlier, there's going to be a certain quantity where it just makes sense for you to get the full sheet. But if you're looking for the convenience of putting everything in an image price, you're just going to have to do the math on what makes the most sense for your business. We'll sell it to you either way. Of course we will. All right, let me spin this back so we can get a close-up of the weeding process of the yellow here. the blue's done. And I think that's important to note too. Look, these are stacked right on top of one another, the sticky side to the carrier, and it's easy to peel and separate. So you can stack these, and you don't have a whole lot of worry about what's going to happen to them. All right, just because I have a little warmth here, this makes it easier to peel. I can see the cut lines even with the shadows of the press. And it'll just take me a second to get all my text out here, since this is a reverse weed of the football text. All right, so all of my individual text pieces come out. I've completed my design, and now I'm just going to make sure I peel the outside edge and get all of it. And trim out the backing. Got to watch these little hairline things that want to stay. I ruin a lot of shirts that way by using weed borders and trimming too close to them. So always inspect it to make sure you're not getting any little extra hanging over. And so for this job, this also helps show you kind of the idea that you can do youth apparel, and it's CPSA compliant. I'm going to do this garment from Cavio. It's a 60-40 garment. And so 60% cotton, that means that we need to make sure that we're pressing at 280 degrees or higher. We don't need to go all the way down to the 260 because there's the cotton in it. I want to make sure I get the durability. So it'll press at 260, but if you want the durability that we're guaranteeing with this product, you need to go to that 280 degrees if there's 50% or more cotton. I'm going to take my larger design first, the football. I'm going to lay it down. The benefit is the tack. Just hit it for a couple seconds. Peel it away hot. Then I'm going to grab my other blue design. I'm going to layer it in. And I'll just show you a little bit. So now when I'm layering this, it's sticky so it can hold there. I want to show you. You can see how that carrier is overlapping some of my design. That will leave an indent even on this product. That's something we just can't get away from with any heat transfer vinyl other than glitter that has a textured face. And so this is also where you'd want to use that 2-second fast tack to your benefit. If I did the full 12, it's going to leave a little marking on the yellow behind. I'll cheat and show you that you actually don't need a cover sheet on this material, although it is safe to use one just in case. I'm just going to tack that layer for a couple seconds. I'm going to peel that layer away. And now I've gotten down to something that looks completed, but just needs to make sure we hit it for the full 12 seconds to get it to have permanent durability. So not a whole lot of fear with this product. It's pretty versatile with what it can do as far as application temperatures, what it can apply to, ease of weeding, color selection. We tried to put it all in one product. For now, we are launching with the 15-inch wide material, but you cannot beat this product as far as the ease of use and the finished result that you get. So this is UltraWeed. I hope you love it. I know I do. I'm most excited that it's made in the USA and it's available to all of our customers, whether that's through stalls.com directly or through one of our CAD-CUT resellers at a great price. I want to thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you've enjoyed the party in the USA. Sorry I didn't have the hat and all the jazzed up things, but I like this hoodie better. It's a little bit more my style. And I would encourage you, try UltraWeed. Join us on the Facebook community. Ask questions. I'll be there all weekend helping you out and talking more about this product. So thanks so much. Have a fantastic weekend.